So here we go. There are three questions. There it is. Here are three questions I want to handle, guys. And I want you guys to be bold, break in, cut in. There is some tech I'm going to show, but I want you guys to cut in this conversation because you're both, Danny is probably one of the most experienced people with investors, aside from what I've done, that I've worked closely with. So Danny has tremendous knowledge on this, right? All right, without any further ado, how do you find investors? How do you talk to investors? And how do you find properties for investors? Those are the three top questions. I'm going to go first into question number 3 because I'm a disruptor. So why should you do 1 through 3? I'm going to do 3 through 1. So I'm going to go in here and screen share. And guys, follow along while I'm doing this. If you guys want to bring up these 3 subjects and focus everybody, would you go ahead, guys?
So how do you find investors, Danny? What's the easy? For me, I always get investors hitting me up. I don't know if that's just because I'm in the business now, but sometimes I'll get those text messages. But Danny, do you have a certain method or a way that you've used in the past? Because you do a lot of investments and flips yourself, right?
Yeah, I think I think a lot of it comes from me when I was doing listings. Like a lot of my listings, I would get a lot of investors that were and that's where I went, and that's where it went from. And then like off market deals, because what happened was you start closing on properties when they bring it to you, you become valuable. So they know that you're gonna open it up with your investor. They know you're gonna close it and not come back and ask for a huge credit. Is very powerful. But I think meeting investors is just being in the field, talking to people. I think that's the
relationships.
Yeah,
relationships,
networking for sure. But you have to. You'll get a lot of text messages. I'm sure everybody gets them about like, hey, I'm an investor looking for a next flip, and then you start. You have to know what to tell them, because then you're gonna find out. I mean, you have to know how to respond, because then you're gonna find out if he's real or he's just another one of these.
It's a bot.
50 other people that are just trying to
Another way that my boy was doing, he was finding the investors, because some investors, I mean, you could tell if it's a flip or not, right? So what he was doing is he's going on the MLS, and there's one guy by the name of Keaton English who does flips all over San Diego, and you would identify his flip easily because he'd always paint the front door this like teal blue. And so he's like, oh, I know this guy is an investor. So he started hitting him up saying, hey, what's your buy box? What are you looking for? What are your areas? What's the price point you want to stay in? Is there certain zip codes that you want to stay within? And then all he would do after that, he'd circle dial. So he'd go in there, pull hit from his title rep, which we use. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But hit up your title rep. He'll give you all the numbers of the phone of the homeowners in those areas, and you can try to find the deal beforehand. But it's very rigorous, if I'm not mistaken here, guys, to cold call these owners direct. What do you guys think about that?
So would you, how about this? I'm going to ask this question. Would you guys, and I expect you to give me thumbs up here, would you like to find out how to start an investor business in the next 30 days and have your first deal in the next 30 days?
Let's do it.
1 person online, 2, 5, 7 in the room. Right. So I'm going to make this very simple. And as we grow, if you show interest, we will develop a whole investor pod that we work on this together. But I'm going to show you some basic stuff. Now, you go, Andrew, why the heck would I listen to you? So there's a group called Strategic Realty. If you look them up, a friend of mine started it, and he was hired by the man who started Strategic Investments. Strategic Investments started nearly 40 years ago, has a lot of basketball stars, very, very famous people. This isn't like, one basketball star. It's just a line of stars. And they invested their money through my friend Peter Bear, who caught COVID and is now deceased. Peter and I were great friends. He escaped out of a communist system and came to America with nothing and built a phenomenal business, had a huge building in Calabasas off the freeway, 3 floors that he owned. And he literally had the largest investment business in the state of California. During the days when you were buying properties on courthouse steps, he would have runners looking at every property before every auction in the state of California. And he would then have buyers on the steps with cash, and they would buy on the steps. All of that was focused in a war room, and the war room was about the size of this facility. And there were people on the phones, on screens, literally buying properties all over California. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Peter and I became friends through somebody else who actually lives in Temecula who introduced me. And my specialty was working on the MLS. And Peter said to me very, very clearly, he says, Andrew, I like you, but he says, I have a war room of people searching the MLS. It is extremely unlikely you will ever find me a property on the MLS. That's what I needed to hear. 13 months later, Peter had signed a contract, and I had sold him 306 properties. That's a fact. You go, well, Andrew, it was a time where people could buy investors. Great. Then did you do 300? If it was just so easy, did you do it? Do you know anybody who did? I did.
No, but back then you also had to compete with other investors.
I compete. Oh, it was crazy competition. Money pouring in from China. Money pouring in.
Buyer would never get the home.
It was crazy.
That was when you were up all night long.
I was up all night.
See, this is what a lot of people don't understand.
Do you want to see how I did it? Yes or no?
They want
to
be a quick.
So I'm going to show you
a lot of work.
Now, I've now condensed this into GoWP now to make it easier for you. Now, oh, Cliff needs to be let in, please. I know he's going to hear this. I will tell you something. For Annette, her specialty is relationships. For me, my specialty is knowledge, data, and technology. So Danny, his specialty is relationships, right? So I will tell you, I did not start this with relationships because that's not my strong suit. I started it with data. So I learned this very early on in 1990 when we had the Blue Book. Every day I would start doing two things. One, I would look through the Blue Book and find any good deals, and I would call my retail buyers. Second, I would look through the Blue Book and identify anything that looked like it was below market. I would then photocopy it and fax it to investors. After 30 days, I had investors. After 60 days, I had closings. Because what I showed them was that I was scouring the market every day. So then we built out GoWP Now, and in GoWP Now, I built this out where you very simply can have data to send to investors every day. Now, I'm going to be very clear with you. I'm not going to beg you. I'm just going to tell you how I did it. You need to be posting investor-bound properties on Facebook or Instagram every day. And you can do it in 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how to do it. Are you ready? Say yes.
Yes.
You go to the homepage of GoWP Now. You scroll down. I got to go fast here because we've got data to share with you. And if this is too much, I'll do it for 10 minutes and we'll cut off and we'll do more next week. Watch. You're going to scroll down, see duplex, triplex, apartments, single-story homes. What does it say there? Reduced prices, distressed properties. I'm going to focus you on distressed properties. Tap on it. All I'm looking for is a teaser. It's called a loss leader in the car business, which you know very well. I'm looking for a loss leader. And I have pre-sorted here through technology every distressed property in Southern California. That means every trust, every probate, every divorce, every pre-foreclosure, every foreclosure, every REO, every HUD, every auction property. They're all right here. So I can scroll down, and what I would do is I'm just looking for some but ugly property, right? Now listen carefully. So I'm going to look, I'm scrolling through them. Don't see anything really ugly yet, right? So I'm going to go to page 2. And on page 2, I'm going to scroll through. Oh, that's interesting. So wait, I'm looking for but, basically. But, I just found a but right there. So I'm going to tap on that, and there it is. I'm going to screenshot it. When I screenshot it, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this out right here. And I'm going to take my red pen right here. And I'm going to I'm not going to do it all right now, but I'm going to scrub that out, right? And I'm going to put here 575. And I'm done. I'm going to save that. I'm going to go into my Facebook. I go into my Facebook. I'm just going to tap on my Facebook. And I'm going to go to what's on your mind. I'm going to tap on what's on your mind. I'm going to go into my gallery. That's scary. I'm going to go to gallery and next. And there it is. And I'm just going to simply right now go to next, right? And I'm going to post it. I might just put in a couple of lines like what's on your mind. Hey, my newest investor opportunity. Whatever. It's just for example, right? 375 ask. ARV.
Can I give you a pointer here? What I would do is I wouldn't post that first picture. If they have another picture that has the inside that's kind of
Even better.
that's the one that you post.
Right.
Why?
Watch.
Why, Danny? Why?
Say.
Because what happens is you have agents out there that actually look up the property.
They can see the
where
photo.
it's at. If you say, hey, investment home in LA, they look up LA, they look for the first photo, and they're like, oh, I need to try to get that because this is what he can get it for.
Right, now watch. Am I looking to sell this?
That's
Negotiation.
nugget,
Listen to these brilliant guys. Now, am I looking to sell this property? Nope.
No, it's just a hook. It's just a hook.
So he says, hey, my next investor opportunity, 375 ask, ARV, 550.
You don't have to fix it. I was just messing.
ARV 550. And in your profile, have a link. And I'm going to show you how to do this. All those of you who want to be on social media, in your profile, I'm going to have a link. And that link is going to go to your personal website. In your personal website, not website, but your personal magazine. And the magazine, the editorial about you is going to have a link in it for investors to sign up. And I'm going to show you the investor questionnaire in a minute. So they literally go to IG, see the property, tap the link to your page. Tap your page, tap investors, questionnaire alerts you just got yourself a new investor. If you do this once a day for 30 days, you will have 10 investors minimum, guaranteed. Mm-hmm. So you start by finding the properties. They're right here. Now watch closely. I'm going to discard that post. I'm going to back out of that. I'm going to go back into Go WP Now, which is right here. And it's all right there for you. Every now and again, what you want to do on Go WP Now is something different. You're going to scroll down here and you're going to go to, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute, you're going to go to like apartments. So you're going to go view all apartments, scroll down apartments and find something that looks like could be a good deal. Here's $1,075,000, $1,087,000, $1,229,000. I'm just looking for something that like catches my eye right here, right? I want to be in that sweet spot, right? So you're going to take something like this, or maybe, hold on 1 minute. You can pick any of them, so don't get lost here. See, I like this in Monterey Park. It's on half an acre lot, right? So I'm going to tap on that, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take that property, I'm going to post it online, and I'm going to, because if you scroll down here, it tells you all about it. Built in 1960, it's on half an acre. That means maybe they can build more. A 5-unit property, right? So I'll jump in, and on Facebook, I'll say 5 units, 2.2 million, accepting offers, ARV, whatever. And you can put in a number for the ARV. Don't even have to. Just put 5 units, 2 million San Diego. Your phone is going to blow up with Los Angeles investors. So you pick gnarly looking properties. You also pick apartment properties. You've now got 2 lots of investors. I absolutely guarantee if you do what I'm teaching you, you do it like I did once a day, 5 days a week, you will have 10, 15 investors in your portfolio within 60 days. Guaranteed. So you always start with the property, right? You always start, for me, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Find the property. This is how I found the 300 properties.
No, I get it. We have a property in here right now that like I think that Doug has one in Paris that like was listed at 600, and I mean he's under contract for list or whatever, right, Doug? He will be. But the thing is like if you want investors, you could take that. I'm sure Doug doesn't care if you post it and say, hey, next flip, Paris. It's your partner, your direct contact with the seller. That's all you want. You want properties. There's so many investors out there. What we don't have is we don't have inventory. So tough. So to get investors, you take advantage of people like Doug. Doug has a house in Paris. You could say, hey, it's my next investor flip, right? My next investor flip ARV is what, Doug? Would you tell me seven something? So like that's a flip there. Not even that. There's investors that are looking to just buy, hold. Those are the best ones. I mean, they got a lot of money. They can buy and hold.
So I'm in the carrot business. So every one of you online that's listening to me right now, I want you to go into the chat. I want you to write the word carrot, right? Can you in the room say carrot? Everybody say carrot? Come on, online. Come on, let's go. You got to understand, I've spent 40 years learning this. So
Carrot.
I want you to be happy, but I want to see you watching. Your job is to dangle a carrot every day. 1 carrot a day. That's your job. Now, you want to go further. What I would do in your position, I would stop off by 1 house a week that looks gnarly. It can be in escrow. I don't care. And you just do a quick Instagram reel. Hey, guys, I'm checking this out for my investors. If you're interested in properties before they come on market or properties that I find that are below, please DM me list. That's it. Then you get ManyChat attached to your Instagram, and every time the word list comes up in DMs, ManyChat will automatically send your investor questionnaire back to your investor, and you will have a list of pre-qualified investors without one telephone call. Is anybody interested in doing that? Say yes.
Yes.
Once a week, Mandy, you're going to go out, some gnarly property. You just walk around and go, guys, look at this. I love this. It smells so bad in here. You can make money. There's two things I smell in this house, cat pee and money. So if you're interested in money, get rid of the cat pee. I got 10 more like this. Just DM me list. You're going to have a list like that. I am so excited about social. Did everybody get it? Yes or no? All right. So you start with the property. Every frickin' day of your life, take 5 minutes on GoWP now. Apartments one day, duplex the next day, fixer the next day. I've done the work for you. All you have to do is jump in. Start with the property. Frank's got a question.
Quick comment. As far as investors go, just know, guys, that all these properties that you're going to be promoting once you do this investor strategy you're able to finance it with 20% down, no tax returns, no problem, because they fit into the DSCR program.
It's a great program.
Everybody needs to hear that. Type DSCR in the feed. If you're listening to us right now, these are brilliant people here. Type DSCR. Do it now in the chat. Type DSCR. Explain it.
So real quick, DSCR means debt service ratio. So basically what that means is that if the property rental income equals the PITI, okay, so market rent equals PITI. That means that the property DSCRs. Principal, interest, taxes, and insurance.
So I don't want to go too deep here. Bottom line, you got an investor, they got 20% down, they can buy any one of these units as long as the rent covers the payment. That's it. What you're looking for right now is carrots. You're in the carrot business. Get out your carrots. I've got the carrots right here. All you have to do is what I did. Open up, scroll through, pick your area, pick any area, screenshot, dump the screenshot into Facebook or Instagram, and away you go. Once a week, do a reel. I'll teach you how to do the reels, and away you go. Is everybody with me? So go back to the screen. We said, how do I find investor what? Come on, guys.
Yeah, you find
property
investors.
Now. So first of all, you find the properties. What's the next thing you're going to do is you're going to find the investors. I will get you 15 to 20 investors without one drink. You don't have to kiss ass once. You don't have to pretend you're nice once. Because I will tell you something. You can be a butt ugly person. You can smell bad. You can be miserable in your personality. You can listen to awful music. But if you've got a deal, investors will crawl to your feet.
That's it.
It's all about finding deals, and I got them pre-sorted for you right here.
I think that, like, even yesterday at the event, the launch, those events are not to go and just drink. I know we like to, but they're actually to
what?
They're actually to talk and get to know people. Yeah, like for me, I think the biggest thing, like even yesterday, I have investors. I have like 8 I can send it to they can purchase that I trust that can close it. But I did find out that Henry purchases too. So like for me, that's just I'm trying to find out like what they're doing. So if a property doesn't work, I bring it to Andrew. It doesn't work for him. Guess what? You know what, Henry? I got this, because not every investor has a lot of people sending them stuff. But what are we missing? Deals. If you get a deal and it works, they'll buy it from you.
So now
I'm going to challenge a few people here. So how many of you guys are actually interested in doing what Andrew's talking about, posting on social media about investors and shooting content around that, doing the reel? Who's interested?
See online. Oh, that's interesting. Lots of people in here. What about online?
Hey, and I'm gonna do a challenge. Why don't we do a challenge here with the people that are interested? What if we put together a little content crew where once a week we all go out and we find an investor property and we all go out together and we go shoot it? Who's down for that? Let me see. Nobody online? Okay, so we're not gonna do anybody. Okay, so we got Willie, Amanda, Teresa, Angelica.
Actually, you've got like 10 or 12 people right now.
So what I'm gonna do is on the TWT voice channel, let's do that immediately.
This is it.
Let's do that immediately. Maybe this Friday. Are we doing anything? Is there like an event or something Friday?
Nothing is special on Friday.
Oh,
Yeah, no, nothing for the team.
So, okay. Friday, let's get together. We'll do something in the middle for the first one since we got people in San Diego, we got people in LA. Why don't we do like a local IE one? And then every week we'll hop around and do a different one in San Diego, one in LA. This Friday, we'll set it up. I'll find the address. You guys don't got to do nothing. I'll create a little flyer on it. You can invite people from outside too. And then we'll do an event Friday, one-ish?
Yeah, just set it up.
Oh, see? That's why she's here. So
Friday
at 2. Friday at 2, local. Friday at 2, local here. I'll send the address. I'll put it in the TWT voice channel. I'll create an image. If you want, you can promote it, do whatever you want to do. But Friday at 2, we're going to do a content crew meetup where we go find an investment property and implement this right away.
All right, so now we're going from talking to doing. Everybody with me? We're going from talking to doing. We want you to blow up your social media. We're just going to give you the tools. So watch, we said find the properties, right? Secondly, we said find the investors. Well, I showed you how to automate finding investors. The third part is this: know your investor. Would you like to see my investor questionnaire? If you do, I want to see 40 thumbs up. If I don't see 40, I'm not going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the room. We need 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 30 with what's in the room. We're 10 short. Do we have a 10, 10, 10, 10? I need 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. I got a 9. I got a 9. Do I have an 8? I've got 8, 8, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Next at 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 5. I'm going to 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 2 in the card. The corner is number 1. Hold on. Yes, I used to be an auctioneer.
Yes, you used to do that.
Did he really?
Yes, for antiques.
Didn't you do in your lifetime, Andrew? What the hell?
Can you guys still hear me?
What haven't you done in your lifetime, Andrew?
Something, okay.
You were never a woman before, right?
I think
That's the only thing, maybe.
Thanks, bro. But you need to speak too, Danny, okay? All right, so watch. Live broadcast is Zoom stopped. YouTube stop sharing screen. Go to application.
Test.
Can you get it back up?
Testing.
Okay, so I need to see. Yeah, I got it. You got it? Can everybody see it right now? Online, can you all see it? Yes? Now watch.
Friday at 2.
I learned this very early on. I need to know my investors. Otherwise, and I know so many agents, I just showed a piece of land to my investor. Great. How much was it? $56,000. How long have you been working with him for? 2 months. How many lots have you shown him? 7. Okay, that's not a business. That's charity. So know who your investor is up front, right? You're going to find a lot of guys out there who are what we call runners or go-betweens who say they're an investor and they don't have any proof of funds. So when you do find them at a property, you got to find an answer in 2 hours. They're going to call the person they're running for, and they got to reach them. So you can also waste a lot of time. So you need to find that out. It doesn't mean you don't work with runners. It means you need to know your investors. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your social media account. I work very fast today. I want you to go to Annette's social media account. Go there now. It's another chance to look at her amazing body and beautiful smile. Go to smiling._.netty and look in her profile, and there's a link. I want you to tap on that link right now. Do it. Go to smiling._.netty, N-E-T-T-I. And you'll see she's had 32 million views in the last month. So she knows a thing or two. Go in her profile, and do you see there's a link? Do you have it? If in the room, if you have it, would you nod your head? Do you see it? It's not that hard. Do you see it? Teresa, you don't have it? Ryan, you don't have it? Huh? Do you have it? Elizabeth, do you have it? Mandy, you got it? Tap on the link in her profile and look what comes up. Do you all see it? If you see it, show me your phones. There you go. Scroll that link down, and you'll see in there, it talks about her. It talks about her lifestyle. Scroll further. It talks about her book that is being launched. Scroll further. There's a sign up. I built this weekend personally. There's a sign up beneath that. That sign up goes to a CSV file that notifies me by email every time somebody signs up. If you want to sign up for her book, sign up right now. Go in, sign up. That will notify me. I'll get 6, 7, 10, 15 emails right now. You go, Andrew, why are you showing this? You can build this page in one weekend, and you attach this to your social media profile. And for example, Teresa, all the things you're doing, there's a link in that talks about what you're doing. My social life, my business life, the TV show I'm going to be on. The link is right in there. You have another link that says investors. You have another link in there that says first-time buyers, right? You can have a link in there that says meet Jesus in 5 minutes. I know how. I don't care. Whatever you want to put those links in there. Now you've got a profile like Annette beyond your social media profile. Now you are controlling the revenue. Now you are controlling the traffic, which is exactly what you're going to do. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to put a store on that page that everybody who sees what the guys that you're advocating wear, you'll find the link to the store. You'll put the link in your store, and every time they buy that jacket, you'll get 25%. So for an investor, this is the future. Only really old people don't understand this. This is the future. This is the future. By the way, I'm older than anybody in this room, but I flaunt knowledge, not my age. Knowledge is what I worship. So you need to find your investors. When you find your investors, you need to know that they're not going to waste your time. So you need to know, what are they buying? When are they buying? Why are they buying? I'm going to go into the investor questionnaire. You're going to post this on that page that's attached to your social media. First of all, you want their contact information. Here's very important questions. What type of investor are you? Are you a buy and hold or buy and flip? Huge. Guess what you make more money with? Does anybody on this call know? If it's buy and hold, say hold. If it's buy and flip, say flip in the feed right now. Where are you going to make most of your money? Come on, let's see. Come on. Very good. As an agent, where are you going to make your most money? Different question. Can I tell you something? You're all wrong. You're going to make most of your money from the buy and hold people. A, because they got cash. B, they're looking for ROI. C, they're looking for what's called cap rate. And there are thousands of investors out there right now who want to buy units, and you will build an unbelievable business. There are tens of thousands of flip investors, but only a small number of properties. You are going to make more money immediately by finding investors. You start posting apartments, you start posting duplexes. You've got people who are closing 1031 exchanges, and they need to invest money in the next 90 days. They have to buy. Flippers don't have to buy because they're not in a 1031 exchange. So are they buy and hold, or are they buy and flip? So Doug's absolutely right. Flip guys, I'm not saying don't do flips, right? I'm just saying that a lot of agents will run after flips, and it will take you months before you close one. Now, obviously, by the way, I've got people signing up right now. It's coming on my phone. Obviously, Douglas, I've done hundreds of flips. I'm huge on flips. You need to work flips, but I want you on the back end to be working buy and hold investors, because while you're finding those flips, you pop off an apartment building, a duplex, a triplex, right? It'll happen all the time, up in Victorville, out in different areas, right? So yes, of course, find property for flippers, but you overlook a business that's gravy. When you plug into 1031 exchange, you are going to make bank. Does everybody understand? Okay. And did I clarify a little bit, Doug? Did I clarify? Yes. Frank. Quick question, quick comment from Frank. Mike, you and Mike. Let's go.
So when you're talking about social media, don't forget about the power of LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, I mean, you have the whole potential investor's resume there. Hedge fund managers from LA, Orange County, San Diego, you can filter, you can see their bio, what they're all about. And remember, I mean, in my experience on LinkedIn, that's where the real bosses and investors are compared to Facebook. I mean, they're on Facebook and Instagram, but a lot of them are, let's face it, older white guys that are going to be on LinkedIn.
So watch, I do agree with Frank, but right now I'm being very, very practical. I mean, there's 100 things that I could tell you. I want to get a starting point, right? The starting point is this. Go to GoWP now, pull a property a day, post it on social media.
You also should talk to the agent and let them know, hey, is it okay if I market your property? Yeah.
Even that's a caveat that really, Danny, not to disagree with you, because of the new laws with CRMLS and IDX link, we don't have to do that anymore. 10 years ago, we had to do that. If it's on an IDX, that agent has agreed to publicize that property. Screenshot that property, stick it on Facebook, say what the buy is, what the ARV is, or if it's a cap rate, if it's apartments, say, hey, gross monthly income, $7,500, and it's 570, you'll get 100 calls by 5 o'clock that day because it's an enormous cap rate. Most people are buying at 3% cap rates. Just capture the property, post the property, set your Instagram up where it's got a page that it goes to. In that, have your investor questionnaire. Immediately, you've distinguished yourself from 95% of real estate agents because they can't be bothered to listen to somebody like me and put together a questionnaire. I've done the questionnaire for you. So,
hey, Andrew?
Yes, go.
Hey, I definitely would like to say that having somebody like Frank give you the debt service coverage ratio approximate rates will go a long ways when you're having
100%.
that conversation with that investor.
If you've got somebody who's an investor and you say, look, I got money for you, and you put Frank on the phone, you're going to freaking close that investor, period. Yeah, no ratio. I mean, he's just got all kinds of tricks, but I wanted to make this broad at first, right? In your investment profile, what type of investor, buy or hold? You should know every one of your investors, is it buy or hold? Are you an end user or a wholesaler? Ask that question. You need to know that. Target markets. Hey, Doug, looking forward to working with you. What are the primary counties and cities where you want to buy? If an investor says to you, I'll buy any deal anywhere, they are not an investor. It's like a guy saying, I'll marry any woman anywhere. It's a desperate idiot.
As long as it's the right one.
Right? So, So you want to know what counties, what cities. Next question, you're going to ask them, what type of property do you prefer? Single-story homes, condos, multifamily, vacant land? Right? What's your ideal price range? Some investors are going to cap out because they got a credit line at 800, 700, 600.
Well, I think that at number one, if you scroll back up really quick, Lorena, I think number one, right under where it says buy investment profile, it should say liquid or private money, because then you can find out what you're looking for and what you need to look for as far as the profit.
So what type of
return?
Totally. What type of investor? You're buying for yourself. Hey, where do you want to buy? What counties? Great. What type of property? Great. What's your ideal price range? Okay. Are there any property features that you require? A lot of investors will say to you, I do not want to buy a home with a pool. A lot of investors will say to you, I do not want to buy a fire hazard home. Find out the type of home. Are the property features you will not accept? Fire, pool, etc. How often do you want to purchase? Now, I got so good at this, I would only work with investors who are buying one a month. Yeah, I just saw wow all over the room. See, that's intelligence, isn't it? So because I found so many, I posted so much. I sent out so many faxes in 1990. I had so many of them. It's like, if you buy one a month, I can work with you. If you don't, I don't have time. Sorry. And that's what got me in Time Magazine. I mean, again, I don't want to be arrogant about this, but it's just, a lot of you laugh at me and say things under your breath. I mean, this is what I do in mass. So go out, throw the properties out there, track them, put them in ManyChat, use the tech, download their names, goes into your CRM. You've now got them in your CRM, right? You are going to end up working with people who buy one a month, once every 2 months. So where you go. Now, once you do, Doug, it's totally different, dude. You're in Palm Springs and you're there with your girl and you're relaxing over the weekend and one pops up. You call a contact, drive by, look at it. They text you back. Then you call Andy, go, Andy, I got one in Palm Springs. I know you. I trust you. I know you're gone that weekend, but I'm going to go out and look at that property. It builds a future business that will blow your brain, okay? Acquisition strategy. How often Doug's being a smartass. How often do you want to purchase? Once a month, several times a year, once a year. Here we come. What is your budget for acquisitions? What is your financing source? Look at this, because a lot of you don't know. So I got it right here in the questionnaire. Are you all cash, which is what Danny just said? Are you all cash, hard money, credit line, home equity line of credit, conventional financing, right? If you get relationship with them at that point, you're going to say, hey, can you please send me your credit line letter? Now you,
Hard money is the same thing as private money. That's what they call it now.
exactly. Hard money, private money. It's a little bit old school what I'm saying here. Hard money, private money. You're going to have a copy of that letter saved on your drive. You go to my Google Drive. I've got tons of investors. Go into each investor, tap on their folder. They've got their credit line right there, ready to go. Why? Because I'm a professional. Buy and hold investors only. Which investment metrics are most important to you? GRM, cap, cash flow, or appreciation? No, I'm not going to teach you that right now. You have to buy my ebook because I'm bloody smart. Number 12, what's your target cash flow or return on the investment? And a lot of people will say, I won't buy anything that's under 3 cap, 4 cap, 5 cap. So you find out what your cap is. Buy and flip investors. What's your target after rehab value? Typical ARV range. What percentage of ARV will you purchase at? If an investor says to you, I'll buy anything that's 60% of ARV, run for the hills. If he says, I'll buy it 70% or 75% of ARV, you've got yourself a real solid investor that understands what's going on. I was selling to investors who bought at 90% ARV. Why? Because the market was going up 10% every 3 months. They were there 20 points. By the time they turned it around, they gambled on the increment, and I sold them a property. Am I going too fast for you guys? Is everybody catching this? Are you picking up bits of knowledge? All right. What type of flip projects do you prefer? Light cosmetic, full remodel, or heavy rehab? Some investors won't do burns. Others won't do demos. Others won't do add-ons. They won't do it where you have to get licenses from the city and permits. Others do. Others specialize. For example, I had an investor who would only buy $1 million properties west of the 405 in Los Angeles in a non-mansionized neighborhood. And if it was a non-mansionized neighborhood, they would buy it. They would take a year to go through a plan check, and they would take down that 900 square foot house, leave one wall, turns up to be a 3,300 square foot house. It was a 2-year term. They make $2 million a property. That was a specialty of one investor type, okay? I did one with Peter. Literally, it was west of, it was actually, let me just think of this one. Yeah, it was actually, that one was in Bel Air. I'm trying to think of the exact property. Yeah, it was west side. It's a beautiful property, end of a cul-de-sac. The property was $3.2 million. I looked at the property. I went, holy cow, there's $5.6 million in this property. $3.2 million. He came, Peter, God, basically, 2 architects, and his lead acquisition specialist who was supposed to have found the property. I found the property. We walked that $3.2 million. We were in escrow by 5 o'clock. I met him at 3. And what he did is he just simply went through plan check, changed it around. I found another one in Hollywood Hills. I saw the property online on the MLS. I did a circle search. I saw the aggregate sales price in that area. It was $7 million. The property was $3.7 million. I remember it like nothing. I went into the house. I ran into the house, and I called Peter. I said, Peter, you got to get here. It's because it was a 5,600 square foot house, 1,700 square feet was in the basement of being converted, and there were no permits, so they had to list it as a 3,600 square foot house, but it was a 5,000 square foot house. I called the city. I said, do you have permits? No. Can you permit it? Yes. I said, Peter, get over here. We put in a 7-day contingency. Peter got his architect. The architect walked into City Hall. City Hall said, yes, if you do it this way and this way, we'll do it. He turned out and sold that property for $7.2 million. I bought it for him for 3.6. So I know what I'm talking about, and it just comes from hard work. So bottom line, I'm going to stop here.